Right, this time I'm on, yeah, what I've just done is I've taken some screenshots of the last episode where we actually had the original one and the new one, the new self-sufficiency, and I was not quite surprised, so I'm going to literally stop the recording now, then I'm going to stick the screenshots in, then I'm going to crack on. So yeah, just have a look at this. So, based upon those slides of the last, screenshots of the last time that we had the bottom one, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to literally time-lapse me sticking that lot back in, but we're just going to stick it in this one. So we did have two lots, quite amazing. No, this is the second cut, so we're not going to like make this any different by us like having this like, we've got to grab this lot up as well, and then stick the, I forgot the cell, yeah, it's down the other end, isn't it? Let's make this easier on ourselves as well. This is really about us putting back something. So I'm going to stick a buy point right next to here, so that it's going to be sort of quite easy for us to actually do. So it is under containers, and yeah, one of them went wrong. I don't know what I did. It will be me. I know it will. But I've literally got rid of the other one. I've only got I've only got the better one. Yeah, I've got the one that's got the best. So let's just. I've got to be careful because it is a little bit too good. So we'll just like stick it right there. Shouldn't be too. Is it still doing a bit of a? But then it's placeable. Oh, it's still not quite right. I might actually have a go at that sometime. I thought I'd got that right, but it could also, because I've not noticed that before. Oh no, we don't want to be doing that. It's that. Yeah, I've not noticed it doing that, but I also know I'm going to roll it back to the other silo model, which is what I've been doing before. So then, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that. This is more fixing. So for once, I'm not worried about it's like, oh, we haven't got to reset it. It's there, and we should have. Have we still got the? We're still down the bottom end, aren't we? I think. Let's just pop in that and have a look. There we go. That's the red rock. Yeah, so we need to grab this. So I'm going to, obviously I'm not going to like, yeah. So I shall meet you back down at the bottom end. And we shall then carry on with like grabbing the digestate. So I'm going to say my words and we're going to get all of this work done. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. think that's about it. Obviously, we've got a lot of, I thought what I'd do, instead of like keep like putting money in every time, I thought we were at 212,000. Just stick it straight up to 212,000, which is 12, about 18 grand for all of what we've just done, because obviously we did have that already. So, oh, okay. My maths is absolutely terrible. Oh, actually, what? No, where I'd stopped, so it really is terrible. There's no. Oh, okay. Let's try that again without the hash. Oh, I'm doing it again. I seem to be. Yeah, I am absolutely shattered. It's been one of those weeks. This week, so 212,689. We've stuck all of the silage. We have 340, a little bit more than we had. Digestate 3,000 more than we had. Water, we filled it, but I mean that's free and then everything. 242 tons of straw, 352 tons of silage. 100. Now we did have hay. Let me just have a quick look at my screenshot again. We had 162 tons of hay. So let's grab that now. And so that we're completely, we need to, so we want hay. I've forgotten already. Oh, yeah, I'm absolutely shattered. I really am. I couldn't properly do this. I thought, yeah, but I can actually get this ready. I'm quite capable of doing that. So just have a look again. Yeah, it's gone straight out of my head. It is 162 tons of hay, so we want to dump it at the same time. Neat little trick this, really. Obviously we need to put it back up to 212,000 when we've got that in, but yeah, you can just watch it on this particular screen as long as you, well, he's got to be in the right position. It was more by luck than judgment, that one. That obviously I'm also going to stick one of these cheap right over the door, but I mean we are going to make, I don't know, let's have a quick look while that's doing that. No, man, yeah, we want to keep our eye on this, really, because it can get out of hand. I've tweaked the recipes again, because I've got a few of these that are a little bit... Yeah, one thing at a time. Let's finish this off, like, first. 89. Yeah, and there's 40 tons in the trailer itself for when we sort of finish. So we want to get 120 odd. One more tick, and then we want to stop buying. Right, so... 3688. I just thought it was easier to do this because I don't know to what extent now that the game checks on. It doesn't like it if it's got no storage. I don't know if it would allow you. I think the game can't be active either. You'd have to like do it out, but it's still. I think it's got some sort of a checker. The way that I've actually checked this recently. Right, so let's sell that. Sell point, because we have done everything now. I do want one, but I don't want one over there. Yeah, so that we should get full cash back. Fantastic. Now we do need to put a manure point down. Why did I just close that? I need it. I'm not going to use my big one. I'm going to use... I don't know that I've got anyone else's in. I ought to grab someone else. The one thing I'm not very happy with, really not very happy with, is... this, yeah, I'm okay with the. I mean, these are so huge, though. The proper Giants one, really. Could you actually? Oh, that's how you can see that. Yeah, see, mine's right in the right place and everything. But just look at the size of that mod. I suppose you could. Just thinking about it, you could stick it like that. It's not really. It doesn't matter, does it? If we do it like. Could do with it like more like that though. Obviously, I'd say I've got. Did I remove mine after all that? I think I might have done. I was quite disgusted with. I think it's in silos. Yeah, this one will not work. It's and if I'll just sort of show you. Yeah, it is in the right place. You see the white thing? That's the occluder that hides it coming out, so you can see I've got it in exactly the right place, and it will not work properly. It's really strange, and all I've done is just resize that. It has taken me an awful long time to make that smaller, and it's just awful. So yeah, the big one I've got, again, all I've done with that is just... Yeah, so if we put this in Beamer, it just takes such a lot. I might have a look at someone else's. I will have another go in time. I don't like being beaten, but so yeah, we will stick that in too. And we are, next proper session, we're going to stick the animals in as I keep sort of threatening. But let's just put a bit of fence or sort of something just over there to stop that. It was quite good, the fact that we'd got the... yeah, let's get all the finishing touches done. It is in... fences, strangely enough. Just where you'd expect fences to be, in the fence section. Yeah, now I realise as well that you can switch segment type. There's N and the M for like... but you got to like literally click on it. Okay, so let's try the next one. I would presume that they... Yeah, bigger. Let's try the last one. Oh, they're little, so it's M again, so that's going to be 2 of 3. So I think it was, yeah, the next one then, it's 3 of 3. It's not really very big, is it? Even at that. So let's go for something a little bit bigger. I like the wall. Was this the right... That'll do nicely, I think. I don't think that's going to be too terrible. It's not going to be awful. Just a little bit of privacy and makes it look a little bit like finished off. Yes, I found a normal brick one on this side, and we've got one that almost matches the Calmsden bricks on that side. That's about typical. I never saw that last time. It really does. That's really not a bad... this dropped afterwards. It did. I was thinking about it. Yeah, so I'm going to stick someone else's manure point in. There's a few now. The mods are getting like a little bit more, but I will have a go in time. We do need... I know we've got the bread all, haven't we now? Yeah, I was going to say I will buy mine, but we've got the other one for down the other end. So let's get out of this view. I'm getting carried away. Yeah, so we're right back where we should be. So what we're going to do now is we're going to carve our empire. Now, obviously we have got our... Yeah, I'm going to change the pictures. One thing I intend to do over the weekend. They're awful. Yeah, I didn't have any pictures at all. And they all were based upon the self-sufficiency model. So therefore they all got that picture, and I'm gonna gonna fix it. I've got to do them outside because I've now chosen a silo model. If you go inside the i3D file, it has like the smoke. They call it the smoke, or the picture of the loading, which is like a grey thing and a smoke thing, and it looks awful. You can hide it, but it's faffy, and you have to like switch things on, switch things off, and like faff around. Whereas if I can do it on a certain map and then have a like a concrete background, I should be alright. But it's when you have trees in the background, you can't then get rid of, like with your editor, you can't get rid of all of the background, and it looks awful. And that's what all of that horribleness is in the picture. That the speckles, that's where I've almost got rid of all of the stuff. It takes a long time. One time I did actually manually with the paint erase all up, but can you imagine doing that 30 times over? It's going to take you like 3/4 of an hour per one. It's just not a viable proposition, and no one's going to expect you to do that. So yeah, ideally you do it in the i3D, but I might do it. It is the best way. It's just a bit faffy. So yeah, I could do that with them all. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So yeah, let's just check. That's what I was going to do. I was just showing you this. I've tweaked a few things. The biodiesel. I'm not sure I did the biodiesel. Yeah, no, I did. It used to have like oddments, so it's now 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000 produces 2,000. Obviously, canola. We sold our canola because of the situation with the thing. We've not done too badly, but we've still got, obviously. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. We could do that one. Fertilizer, manure and slurry, and digestator manure. Yeah, a bit of loss. So that one not so much, because it really is a form of fertilizer. Plus, which I'm doing my costs. You'll notice that the costs are sort of a little bit high for the things that would need additional like chemicals and elements. So the dearer the cost, or the cheaper the cost. This is one of the cheapest, and then there's mediocre ones, and then there's like really cheap ones like that, and then medium ones, quite high ones, and then I think the highest is the 120 one, where obviously the cost for the additional things, that one there, that has got quite an additional higher element of cost involved, because your silage additive is going to make you quite a lot of cash. So yeah, straw silage, these are all now where I would like them to be, all of the sort of the things. So self-sufficiency really will make us self-sufficient. Obviously, one of the main reasons we were trying to make biodiesel, but obviously it's tough. But we have got the yeah, I know seeds are terrible on hard economy. I used to sell seeds a lot on normal, but there's no way I'm going to sell seeds. So if we were making seeds, it would be for ourselves. I think it's the mineral feeds, yeah, that we need straw and wheat, digestate and stones, which I've always said, I don't. Well, we have got some stones actually. We just need to grab some off the ground. I don't think we've got any means of grabbing it off the ground. Have we? Have we even got a bucket? Did I buy one? Let's have a look, because we're going to need one, aren't we, really, if we're going to be doing this type of thing. Or let's have a look. So I'm looking through it. It's weird. I am such a pictorial man. I look at the names and they don't mean anything to me. It's just horrible. Every game's always going to have some throwback that you don't like and something that you do. I've got to be honest, this is just terrible. And I hate the idea you can see the map. If you've got some, at least it just disappears off a little mini-map. Gordon Bennett, for those content creators who are in the partner program, thanks a lot, Giants. You've really supported them really well. Sort of showing this little picture of things disappearing. It's almost impossible now. You've got to do a don't show, don't do it like this. You've got to wait and do it afterwards. So notice that. Is he still? It's a big field, that is. It is a. I mean, yeah. Are you? Oh. Well, it's we'll stick this in and then we'll set it going again. I might leave this. Next session we'll let it trundle on a bit. It looks about half done, so we might get about 4,000 litres off this one. We'll grab a bucket and grab that off. I've got the. I'm looking forward to sticking the business down for the grapes and that as well. Very much looking forward to. Always wanted to do that on an English map, always. But obviously the reality of, growing them normally is now then. Remember, I'm wanting to go to that corner where it was last time. Typically. All right, let's get this in. Yeah, and then we'll grab that pile of stones some other time. It's nice to see this work. Really was bugging me. It's strange, but the first model I did was this particular thing, and I took something out of this. Ooh, that's doing something weird. I took something out of the silo model that I didn't think I needed, which I obviously did need. And again, that was, you learn things as you go along. And at that time, I thought I knew what I was doing. And obviously, you take things out that you don't think are necessary, and then you realise, oh, actually, it really was necessary because now it no longer works. What did I remove? And what you can sort of go in and out of models though. If you're going to do modding, you can actually check and compare yours with the Giants one, but it's strange. Sometimes you've got it and it looks identical, but it still doesn't function. It's something that doing a few Giants things. Yeah, I mean, one of the first things I did was to make a house. I've still got it, my little house. I've never used it yet. I very rarely do that type of thing. Yeah, one of the first things I actually made was. Yeah, that's right, he's on this set. Is it? I'm sure it's on. Yeah, I was going to say I could have thought it was on. Was this little one. Now this, I built from scratch and I copied and did everything in my i3D file the same as a normal farmhouse. And did it work? No, it didn't. So what I did was I ripped, was the big farmhouse from the Asian map that I obviously then put the LOD, as Giants call it, the visual display of that. Now it is only that big. Yeah, you can see it really is that big now. I've tweaked this to the point where it's exactly where I want it to be. But it taught me that sometimes you can copy something and it looks identical, but if not, it just doesn't do something. Or I was missing an element that I didn't realise. There's masks and all sorts of numbers that you need to have right, and sometimes the only way to do that is to actually grab the real thing. I did the same with the rope factory. My rope factory didn't work properly, so I grabbed the proper huge one and then I shrunk it and put another one of those particular type of things in. I will show you because I'm really quite pleased with this. I think it's quite pretty. It's still got the horrible look. They've all got this until I actually get the pictures right. It's cannery. I thought we'd left the rope factory totally alone. I could have sworn we'd left the rope factory. That's a little bit odd. It's one of the 27,000 ones. I know it is. Self-sufficiency. Spinny, bionic, enhanced. Oh, I've moved it out. It's still in. I know it is because... well, I never. Well, it's still on... unless it isn't anymore, on Polenier. I've got it on Polenier, so I don't know what I've done with that. I'll have to check that out next time and just see like what that is. And we could actually set this going so that next time it is actually working straight away. It's not an insensible thing to do. Yeah, so that's the trouble. I am trying though to like leave things alone and like, yeah, once you've got things done, just leave them be. You know, like I am. My last thing, they were all working and then I was tweaking things to try to make things look better, and again I must have done something that I shouldn't have done. So the lesson is really, if you are modding, once you've got it right, leave it alone. Don't keep faffing around with it. I mean, to a degree, I know I always say the reverse as well, that you should like do bits and bobs, but sometimes with i3 they are very delicate. You can break them so very easily. I mean, so very easily. It's ridiculously easy to break an i3D. No, I just want to go and see this one. Yeah, these I'm really pleased with. Very, very pleased. Obviously, the plants are not the right plants. That's the thing I don't like. I might do it in time as one of those projects that I can do. It is very difficult to do what the MTL modding team have done to sort of show the right things, because you really have got to grab the grapes, which is a vine, which is a set of 3. If you do the vines, like if you were literally going to plant a field of vines, which I think it's in this one. Yeah, now obviously it's 3. So to actually do your grapevine like that, or your olives, again, likewise, it's a pack of 3. Well, you don't want a pack of 3, you only want 1. So you have to go to the Giants i3D and remove the 2 other ones and actually make a mod yourself of those particular things, and then literally make a new i3D based upon that. I've seen it done by another modder, but it isn't. It's like, oh my life. But that is modding. It really is that complicated. It has also got errors on it, that particular mod. So whatever they did, although it works, it's not particularly liking the fact of what has been done with it, and that also is modding all over. So right, so I think that's where we're going to leave it. It is. I apologise for my waffliness. It's just, yeah, I'm a little bit tired. So let's just recap where we're going to go with this. Obviously, we have, trying to think what we've got so far. A mineral feed is one of them, which that is the one that we've actually almost got. We've got the stones. We could stick that on. We can allow the buying of 1. We've got plenty of straw, plenty of digestate. I think we're going to stick that on right now. Activates. So that's going to make us some, and it is going to just see how much. I don't think you can see. This is a leap of faith, really, because mineral feed does not show in the price table. Well, I'm sure last time I looked it didn't. So we're just presuming, hopefully, that mineral feed is going to actually be worth what it used to be worth. Otherwise, this is going to be like not a terribly good business. Then we've also got the silage additive. Let's have a look at that one too. I can't remember. I think, is that one ready to do? What do we need to do for that one? We need digestate silage. Yes, again, that one we can actually do. Activated. So that one we can do. 2 businesses. We will sell it at our own sell point, as I am doing on all of the Let's Plays, because we're trying to be self-sufficient and we're trying to like self-market as farmers. You know, it's a very tiny farm shop, but it does the job. So yeah, I'm again, this is one thing I'm really pleased with that. I'm glad that we can actually see things in them as well. It really did make my day when I actually, by a sheer fluke, managed to make that view. Yeah, we must get sort of shed down here as well. And obviously, most important thing is I'm going to pop out right now and we'll get to the manure thing. I think Black Sheep Modding did one, or somebody else did, that was fairly reasonable and fairly small. I must admit that all through FS22 I had... was it Bernie's or DD Mod Passion? Somebody's who was... I think it was Bernie's actually. He's done a couple of things, but again, I was hoping he would stick his in. The other thing I'm missing, severely missing, is telehandler's weight. We haven't still not got anything in that sort of like that range, or that actually does that. So we're going to leave that. Are we going to go through till tomorrow morning? And also, what are we going to do for next year? I'm trying to think what. I think we're going to plant next year. I think we're going to do sunflowers. I think we'll go on, yeah, because we missed the canola boat this year. We obviously did that. We were going to do it for, I think we've had to sell it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's given us the cash to do the animals. So let's go through 1 month till August. We'll check the sales. We'll have a little bit of fun, because it's been, I hate sessions like this, or dreary sessions where all you do. But we're nearly back on track. I'll have the same to do on the others. I think Reza, we've already got 800 odd grand, so oh, that's a nice tick up. Very nice tick up. Right, okay, 8,000 litres, and it is, I think that's for a on your trailer. What? Yeah, I really don't know. It's a good price though. Right, so then 227443. Let's have a look what our businesses have done. That's what I'm. Oh my life, 200 tons of silage additive. I think we need to. I think we need to. Oh no, I suppose not really. Oh no, I do for something like silage additive, because the other thing is we don't really know if that is going to be really good. So where is the? Yeah, what happened to the mineral feed? We ran out of stone. 41 tons of mineral feed though. That's not bad. Let's have a little look at this. I'm really quite intrigued. Is this going to be a total like blowout, or is it going to be a good steer? Let's have a quick look. I mean, obviously the other thing is we can't see if... Oh, what my life. It's the real deal though. It really is. Wow. It is. I like it. Let's have a look. Let's grab. Nope. I'm not sure if it'll let you do. Oh, no, it will. Yeah. Mineral feed, we can actually pour it loose. Excellent. Oh, yeah, there's smokes at the bottom. I wasn't sure if I took it up higher and have it pour from the pipe whether it would actually work, but I think it will. Let's just see. 40 tons. Now, this would be, if we bought it, would be quite expensive. So let's have a look. Oh, I've got some blobs on the field. You can see where the damage is going to go on there. Let's have a look. Is this... You'd expect about $1,000 for 1,000 litres. So you'd expect if... And obviously this should be... Well, let's have a look. Let's let the dog see the rabbit, as the saying goes, and see, is this like... You'd expect a grand, but is it going to be that kind of earner? It looks like it to me. Ooh, okay. Nearly $2,000. So that's a good business. Right, excellent. I didn't realise it. Yeah, I think I definitely got to tone down the... I think that what I did was I based everything on the 240,000 litres, as if you were doing the silage. That's right, the silage, and the So I think I've based everything, all of the stats on that, which that's a little bit too good for the. Now that is the point, actually. Isn't this a liquid? I think it is. I'm sure that is a liquid that we can see there. So this will not let me do... No, it's hay, sunflower straw, silage. No, I'm right. So then, now, will it let you get the loose out with this? And have I got silage additive on this? I think I added almost everything on this. I think I did, but we'll have a look. Ah. Okay, that's actually grabbing that. Very, very slowly. Very, very slowly. And I mean very slowly. Right, can we... Oh, wow, that's got a really good reach. Ooh. Now then I need to, yeah, can we get out? So I'm not sure if the tanker supports it. I would have, no, it's got to. It's got to, you've actually just got it. So, but did I do silage additive on the loading? I did. So let's just have a look how much this is. Yeah, I've got 12 to the smoke. It's just nice to see everything work. So for weeks and weeks, I've torn these to pieces, rebuilt them, fixed something, broke something else. It really is quite bad. So is this a good little business to actually do? Now, obviously, we've not cheated. We've just made it too quickly, which I will tone that down. Ah, that is a point, actually. Yeah, I never thought about that. No. Okay, well, we'll have to amend that. I thought I'd done everything. I did think I'd done everything. Just try something. Any other sell points? Let's just have a quick look. I just want to see if this... if that supports this, or whether this is something that's missing. I thought I'd done everything on mine, if I'm honest, but we shall see. If not, I don't mind actually... no. So silage additive is not accepted. We'll have to see if I can manually add it. Because that's a bit of a blow. We've got 200 tons of silage additive, and we've got no market for it. Well, I shall have to see if we can actually do anything about that. Yeah, see if we can actually add it. Because obviously you can buy it. I mean, yeah, that's a bit of a blow, that, isn't it, really? So it should be in these ones. And it is 2,900 for 60 litres. I mean, we should be absolutely millionaires. I didn't realise it was that good. So, yeah, I mean, we've literally got 17 tonnes of silage additive. That's 60 litres is worth a fortune. So we should be millionaires. Perhaps that's why Giants don't allow you to actually sell it, perhaps. Because you'd probably be... You've gone for the gold. And I didn't even realise I had, actually. So, really, if we can sort of sell this, we will be... loaded. And we've got just a mere 200 tons in total of silage additive. Definitely going to be tweaking that down a bit. I mean, yeah, I should say if you could make 10 tons, so it'll be like a 20th of like what it is. So let's have a look what that is, the silage additive. And also, I need to be able to check that I can actually sell it. So yeah, I'm going to say it's 120 or 2,000. So of course that is 240 tons. It is. I think I tried to... That was the golden number I was aiming for, but that, not for something like that. It wants to be something like 10. And that's going to be like 10 will be... I think that will be still about 20 tons a day, which I don't think that's too bad, but I do think 200 is a little bit much. I mean, we've done it and we've not cheated the amounts or hours. But the other thing is we now need to see, can we actually sell it? Because that's a little bit bad if we can't. We've got one of the rarest, most expensive products on the game, and we can't actually do anything with it. That would be a bit... There is an irony to that. There is. But even so, we're still at 300,000. Even if we could only do the minimum of it up, we'd still be very happy with that. Obviously, our honey, just check that price to see if it's in the green yet. No, still in the red. So... yeah, hopefully next month or the month after, every couple of months it should be going up to a high. We'll sell all the honey because that really is getting quite big now. Yeah, those two huge, I mean, it is 8 very large bees. Yeah, I am just trying to sort of, you know, it is doing well, but it's doing well because they are monstrous. Yeah, they are like 4 of the 20 granders. So that's like, yeah, there's... Is that... No, that is right, yeah. I tried to base this upon the red barn pack that I fell in love with. I think it was FSG modding, I think. Sure it was theirs. I mean, the model's not theirs. That's not... I've not ripped it off or anything. What I'm trying to say is I fell in love with the size of that. It was a stupendous mod, and I really did love that a lot. Obviously, we've got Italian bees as well, so we've got the best of the best. And it's huge, so yeah, we're making a lot of honey. But yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. We did this for the canola, didn't we? So canola is one of those things that you can actually... Would we do canola again this year? Probably not. We'd have to rest the soil. So we could, I suppose, plant something like... Yeah, I don't think the one thing I'm sort of completely aware of is, yeah, we need something bigger for like planting a field of that size. Our little 4.7 meter will not cut it. I mean, it was bad enough for like down the Great Plains. Beautiful thing that it is, we need something larger for doing a field like this. I think we've got the... Yeah, we've got this... Have we... What is the planter we've got in this? Yeah, John... No, it's two 7Rs, Farm Tech, Elho, Anderson, Annenberger, which we hopefully one time will actually get the... Yeah, we've not got anything, have we? I thought we'd got the 6 meter. We haven't. No. Okay, well there you go. I really did think... So one thing I would like to do is a small caster, and I'd like to limit its speed to 10 miles an hour. Because it is a legitimate means of doing things, I'd probably make it about right, where it's got like a 15 meter spread. I'm going to try to do it with... Nope, that's not the right place. It's this one. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is try to adapt my fertilizer spreader, which is exactly what Holes did. Yeah, that is mine. Now it's just, I want to see the picture. Has this changed? Because it should now. It's still hovering. Yeah, I'm going to have to do these again. I do love the silver though. That is beautiful. It is. Now that's all my own work. It is. That's all me. It is beautiful as well. It really is a cracking sort of thing. I don't know why it sits above the ground slightly. It is at 0 on the mod. So I think I'm going to do the decals myself. It's slightly different size. We're obviously a lot bigger. It really is huge in comparison to the original. It's not quite right. Yeah, it's got like it's a bit flawed. I might another time have another go at it and try to get that. I tried for hours to fill that little hole in, and it would not have any of it at all. Yeah, so I might have another go at making the sort of flange at the top so it looks a bit... I didn't want it to be plain, but even though that was nothing wrong with that, I think I'd sooner have left it plain, but I didn't do that. And also I'm going to do the decals again, because I cannot for the life of me get that decal to go like properly, because it's a joint decal. All the yellow stickers, the red sticker and the BI277, it's all on the same sheet, and because the dimensions are different on mine, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the yellow ones. I'm going to destroy the BI277 and the BI, and I'm going to make 2 myself and just make them all individual decals and then stick them on as like individual sheets rather than what it is. But I'm quite pleased with it. It's also... It's a bit special. It's like Holzer's. Yeah, I've hit upon the how to conserve its spreader plates are very special, and they reduce it to sort of like minimum. So not minimum, that would be, but like about half. So the spread rate is super duper. So I can't wait to use it. It's obviously not quite as big though, as it's only a a 27 meter. It's 2,777. It was a bit special in testing. It actually had some of the fertilizer or lime, whatever you were using, on the outside of the. It was quite comical to see it, but yeah, I've got everything in control now, and it looks okay now. So yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. So it is nice. The modding's coming along nicely. Yeah, and that I'm pleased as punch. Also, yeah, the other thing that I've done, which I keep getting the wrong buttons. Another thing I'm really pleased with, it's not quite right, is these buttes here. Yeah, now it doesn't actually do what it says. Yeah. I can't get potatoes to work either, even though it says it does that. So, yeah, the horn topper likewise, and I've done that the original one. I was seeing if one of them, I tried to change the things on them a little bit to see if one of them will do it. So I'm going to do a bit of a, yeah, well, you can see one slightly bigger than the other one. I'm also, with this one, I've got a sort of project, and I have actually done it. You can see where, yeah, that hopper is there. I've extended it all the way over to here and made it go larger, so that the capacity of this would be about 18 cubic meters, which would then make it quite a reasonable sort of thing. So that I'm looking forward to actually sort of doing that project. But this is a real complicated mod. This is not for like a little model like myself, but I'm quite pleased that I managed to do what I've done with this. But yeah, this is my favorite sort of thing project that I've done. But I need to. Yeah, I can't do animations. I'm not yet. I've seen Lambo mods as like watched his crane sort of like tutorial quite a few times now, and it's still, I sort of get it, but I think it's like one of those things where you need to do it and immerse yourself in it for a couple of days. So that's a project when I feel a little bit more confident, but I am getting there. I'm quite pleased. Any one of these, the one thing the most difficult thing I've got to do is my little trailer. You'd think it's a, after doing something like the fertilizer spread, you think, oh, a trailer's going to be easy. Well, it's not. The straps are giving me jip, to be honest. So yeah, I hope to have a go at this weekend, but if not, then it'll happen one time soon. But yeah, we're not doing badly. We've got an awful lot of like very useful sort of things with the different tankers, the different trailers. Another thing I've done is based upon, I keep doing the wrong one. Yeah, based upon the Flegel, I literally have, yeah, my middle size one is this, and that's the 47 tonner. Oh no, sorry, that's the biggie. Now that was my first attempt at making this larger. Now you can see what I did was I stretched the original model. Well, they don't like being stretched. That's not. It really does not like that at all. This is the one that is just the 47 tonner. Yeah, so that's just left as it is. So that's 47 tons. I didn't think that was too much of a stretch, but I have made this much bigger. I literally have stretched it, and I don't mean stretched. I mean I've been into Blender and I've grabbed this model and I've made it much bigger. So that is gonna be this. It's gonna be a 77.8 cubic meter trailer, and it is large. Yeah, I've done it on purpose. It was one of my favourite mods that is it Rolly Christie or Black Sheep Modding? The 70 tonner. I think it was Rolly Christie. But anyway, one of the big names did the 70 tonner. No, it was 82 Studios. Yeah, I'm being silly. 82 Studios did it, the 70 tonner. And I thought that was a real sweet spot on the size of I mean, I did love the 120 tonner that Mark Thor did. Yeah, it was one of my favourite sort of trailer stroke augers that we had in FS22. So again, I'm hoping certain things like this sort of come up. But I'm really, the Amity is, that's going to be a bit special. If that's got 18 tons of storage, which is quite reasonable considering that extra hopper space, then yeah, there's going to be something special, because it's almost like having one of the big ones. But obviously you've got a home top. But these have been adapted. Yeah, they aren't, but they don't quite work right. The R&D department have not quite got this right. It may say that it does potatoes, but I cannot get potatoes to lift. But I have tweaked that one. Yeah, the harvester digs the potato out of the ground. It should as well. They've got a built-in home topper. Wink, wink. No, it really should do that. I've changed that to this one. You can say this machine can harvest in there, but it doesn't. But this one is like, this is a top lifting harvester used to pull it out of the ground. This harvester, a home topper. Yeah, so that one should still have a home topper before it, but I still don't think it'll do potatoes, even though you can see it has got the capacity and the storage for potatoes. It does do vegetables, but it does look a bit weird. But that might be because I'm trying to do too much on one model. So again, I'm trying to tweak this until it looks right. I've done that on Frankenmuth, which I've still got ready to, once I posted my last Riverbend Springs mock. It's like the second sort of thing, which is a few episodes off finishing. Then we're literally going on Frankenmuth. I've done 2 or 3 sessions on it, like to get the ball rolling. But like, yeah, once we've done that, then that's where we go. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm waffling. So yeah, I'm not. This is just as linear, this one. So I'm just gonna do this as the end. Rather than like what I normally would do. I'm trying to sort of stick to consistency, but there is the odd session like this where you've gone through everything and it is an explanation in itself of how you got to what you did. So we do need either to lease a planter or a seeder, a big one, or I'll have a go at the caster. It would be nice to have a go at that because they would cover quite a bit of area. I mean, let's face it, we have like cultivated it sort of. We technically we ploughed it and then de-stoned it, but you get the cultivated finish once you've like finished that anyway. So we've done the field prep, so it's not a bad idea at that point if I can get one of those going. So yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Yeah, next session at 300 grand, I think we can afford our animals right now. So with that in mind, being as we've like, yeah, I'm also going to look at the silage additive to see if I can get that done, because that will be something special if we can actually. That is a point. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, now this is one of those sessions that's a test. No, we've got the Massey. Does this understand if you're trying to sell a pallet of silage additive? I don't think it accepts silage additive full stop, so I don't think it matters like what how you package this. I think it's and I don't think it doesn't. It says silage additive is not accepted here, so it's it is what it is. It's not going to work, and it's certainly not going to work without a the right end to this. So I might grab that, but I don't think it will. It says silage additive is not accepted here, so can you sell? I don't think you can sell silage additive anywhere, can you? I would say because of the price of silage additive, the Giants have probably not allowed you to do it. Probably one of those on the prohibited list of things you are not allowed to do because it would make you terribly rich. Yeah. I never realised how expensive it was. I never thought, but yeah, otherwise we'll have silage additive coming out of our ears, so we need to do something. I suppose what we could do is we could sell it cheap, like to some farmer, wink wink, and like just give us 200 grand and then tip it down the, like not do any more, because I've obviously done it and we it really would make us rich in real life, but we've sort of wasted things that we can't actually do anything with now. So yeah, it's in a bit of a weird place, isn't it, really? One thing I would like to see is just out of thought then. Yeah, how are we doing on the olive and grape greenhouse? Now that is a point. I keep thinking they're doing terrible, and then I realise, hang on a minute, how do you not know that they've actually thrown tubs outside? Yeah, you see they have. So I think that's at 2,000 litres, and they're 1,000 each, I think. Yeah, 1,000 litre of olives and grapes, 2,000. That's right, it is. So it's a 2 ton. So that's not bad. It's only been churning a couple of months. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah. Perfect timing. Right. So I think what we ought to do though is like stick these like stop the especially the silage additive. That is like a total bust, I think. So deactivate and deactivate. Yeah, we'll carry on with the mineral feeder. Ooh, not bad. Yeah, 1,198 stones, and we've got the other bit as well. We'll stick this in. Is that mineral feed? Actually, it looks more like silage, or I mean, there's always that. I didn't really want to do the fertilizer business in FS25, but I suppose like anything. What is that? Lizard farming mineral feed. It is. So that's the mineral feed. That's literally one of those. So that will sell. So even if like we tone down the silage additive because we giants won't allow us to sell it, then obviously, yeah, we'll do everything else. So yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.